Hello and welcome to BMW Performance Center here in Thermal, California. I'm Taylor, the product trainer for BMW North America, and I'm so excited to showcase the latest model of our plug-in technology, the all-new X330e. When you think of hybrids, you probably think of sustainability and being green. Well, sustainability really matters with BMW, and this reaches all the way from how our vehicles are manufactured to zero emissions while driving. Did you know that during our manufacturing process of 2.5 million vehicles per year, 99% of our waste material is recycled or reused? Plug-in hybrid vehicles are an integral part of our electrification strategy here at BMW. With more and more options to choose from, we now have a plug-in hybrid variant available in the 3 Series, 5 Series, and 7 Series sedans, along with the X3 and the X5 sport activity vehicles. These are all currently available at your local BMW center. Plug-in hybrid technology brings the best of both worlds together with 2 engines, a combustion engine and an electric motor. This means there's no range anxiety. Plug it in or not, you will never be limited on your adventures. Here with me today, I have the X3 xDrive 30e in Glacier Silver Metallic. Let's check it out. There are so many benefits to owning a PHEV. Not only do you have the ability to drive with zero emissions, but there are added performance aspects, convenient parking, the ability to precondition your vehicle prior to your trip, and even the ability to drive in the carpool lane in California. Yes, you heard correctly. This vehicle, along with many of our other plug-in hybrids, are eligible for the HOV lane sticker in California. You may ask, well, how do I charge my car? It's so easy with the X330e. This vehicle comes with its own charging cable. Just plug it into any standard home outlet, and you can charge the battery from empty to full overnight. If you want to charge a bit faster, you can charge at any level 2 charger, like the ones that you see here, and you usually get front row parking too. If you don't have access to a charger, you can conveniently charge the battery while driving. The large lithium-ion battery can recuperate energy while braking and coasting. This PHEV is equipped with an award-winning 2.0-liter twin-power turbo 4-cylinder engine and a 12 kilowatt-hour battery, which can give you over 60 mpge and around 20 miles of fully electric range. It's perfect for the urban driver. Owning a PHEV is not just about sustainability, but it also has advantages when it comes to performance. The battery is responsible for giving the vehicle instant torque and impressive acceleration off the line. Every BMW is the ultimate driving machine, and this one is no different. Some of our new models have what is called Extra Boost. This is where the electric motor kicks in together with the combustion engine, and it provides 40 additional horsepower for 10 full seconds of riveting acceleration. The X330e offers 5 attractive wheel options, including the dynamic 20-inch wheel design that you see here. We have also intelligently designed the underbody components to maximize usable space in the trunk and the back seat. The battery is located underneath the rear seats, which provides a lower center of gravity and optimal weight distribution. All of this enhances performance, agility, and safety, key components to BMW's DNA. There are some notable features in the back as well. Follow me. Hybrid or not, you can still order this accomplished SAV from the factory with a tow hitch. That's capable of towing up to 4,400 pounds. To make your life easier, the kick to open function makes it effortless when your hands are full. As you can see, there's still underfloor storage to keep your charging cable along with other handy items. You can easily lay the seats down flat from the trunk levers with this flexible 40-20-40 split design. Enough with the outside, let's take a look at the amazing technology on the inside. As you can see from behind the steering wheel, there's a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. This showcases all of the essential vehicle information, such as the charge level and how many gas-free miles we've traveled. Continuing across the dash is our state-of-the-art iDrive 7 system. This can be controlled by touch, voice, and even gesture control. With our navigation system, finding chargers is easy. Just say, "Hey BMW, find me a charging station." And the screen will populate with many options for charging near you. You can also use the BMW Connected app to find these with your phone. By using our eDrive button, located on the left of the shifter, you are able to select your preferred drive mode based on your needs. This will allow you to toggle between driving in all electric, all gas, or both by engaging the hybrid mode. For those of you that want to save as much gas as possible, you can even change your default setting to be in the fully electric mode upon startup. And if you're up to the challenge, pay attention to the driving style analysis screen. This is where you can watch your score rise as you're a more efficient driver. As you can see, this incredible X330e is truly a PHEV for the BMW enthusiast. This concludes our overview, but stay tuned for more to come from the Performance Center.
Hi everyone, Alex here from Car Throttle. While we're sad that we can't be in Monterey this year with Michelin for Car Week, we wanted to share this short clip from the Legends of the Autobahn livestream 2019. Here are our favourite moments.
Steve.
Hi, Matty.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Brought a bit of Radwood with you. I'm liking the bling.
Yeah, a little BMW CCA bling from my coworker Sarah.
Do you bring it out just once a year, or do you wear it around the house as well?
Nope, this is it.
So tell us a little bit about the tyres and how they've evolved with the performance cars.
Sure. So Michelin's been original equipment on every single BMW M car, and if you look at from the first M car to today's M cars, tire technology has come a very long way. There are really three reasons for that. First is computer simulation. We do a lot of simulation before we ever build our first tire. And so we're constantly improving our model, and we take what we learn, particularly in racing, put it into the simulation before we build the tire. Secondly, the machines that we use to make the tires are constantly being improved or redesigned. In fact, the machines that we use to make our high performance tires are completely unique to Michelin, unlike anything else in the industry. And third, materials continue to get better. An example of that is the aramid that we're putting in high performance tires, or otherwise known as Kevlar.
Perfect. And how do you manage the longevity of the tyre and then the performance of the tyre? Because obviously that's very much a balancing equation, right?
It's always a trade-off of wear versus performance. We're constantly looking for the holy grail to break that compromise. We think that Michelin as a company is doing the best job of that. That's where we like to take what we learned for racing. You ask a race car driver what they want in a tire. They want a tire that has more grip than they'll ever use and never wears out and is free. But basically, you and I want the same thing in our road car tires. We want a tire that has more grip than we'll ever need and a tire that never wears out. And we like to think that as a company, Michelin is the closest to being able to deliver that.
Perfect. And we've got loads of stunning M cars behind us. If you could choose one M car out of all of those, which one would you go for?
I would choose the M3 because of the practicality of the four doors, and I wouldn't make the jump to the SUVs. I'm not there yet.
Interesting. Steve, thank you so much for your time. Keep the bling on. Loving that.
You know, there's guys that are 2002 guys, there's guys that are E30 M3 people, there's guys that focus on a certain model. My name is Ray Rivera and I own the Rain Speed Shop. Started the shop because I was having different people work on my cars, and it was getting really expensive, and I thought, God, I got so many cars to work on all the time. And I thought, let's just open my own shop and just work on my own stuff and kind of keep it in-house. And we try to stay low-key. We don't work on cars for people on the outside. We've got plenty of work with the cars that I have, so keeps the guys occupied. With the BMW brand, they're like Legos. You can move a motor from one car to another, six-cylinder to six-cylinder car, and they've got many different variations that you could go into. It makes it really fun for me to stick with BMW as a brand and all the interaction relative to the pieces that go from one car to another. Some of the most fun part of it is when you start sharing the work, that the team did. I display them to share. If someone doesn't like it, it doesn't bother me. And if somebody likes it, that's great. I'm not there to try to get somebody to say, hey, my cars are great. I don't need that. But I do it because it's fun, My friends are going to be there and they're bringing their stuff. And we hope that we're a little different than what other people might do, because I want to have my individuality in the car. Well, my wife and I always go up, and we always have friends we meet up there. And we'll have dinners, and there's different events, like we'll be at the Legends show. And then we go to the Rolex Laguna Seca over the weekend, and there's a corral there for BMWs. And this year's the E12, the car that we built. And then just one function after the other. It's fun, but you're super busy because there's so much to do. You can never see everything.
Hey there, I'm Peter, and this is my 2008 E60 M5 6-speed manual. The car currently has 111,000 miles. I used it as a daily driver all year last year, and it's part-time daily this year. On top of that, the car has a few modifications, namely H&R suspension and BBS Motorsport E88 wheels. Truly is a legend of the Autobahn. It is a car designed to do 180 miles an hour consistently for hours on end, with the only limit being the amount of gas in the tank. It was designed to go from Berlin to Bremen drive that takes 3.5 hours, and 2, it was designed to cross continents in utmost comfort. It was designed to be a 4-door supercar. And to this day, it truly is one of those.
Hi, my name is Cindy. My husband Andrew and I would love to introduce you to Veronica. Veronica is our 1968 BMW 1600 Cabriolet. Veronica was delivered to Japan in 1968, where she was purchased in 1970 by a businessman. That businessman then proceeded to use Veronica to court his wife. They brought Veronica to the United States in 2003, where she sat in an unheated barn most of the time up in Blue Hill, Maine. A friend of ours found her and knew we were in the market. When we purchased her in September of 2019, we took her to get refurbished at a shop where they redid the tonneau cover and the top, as well as the front and back seats, in order to repair the damage from the mice and to make the car less smelly from the previous residents. In addition, what we did is we had them redo the instrument cluster panel and repair the speedometer so it was accurate, as well as replace the chrome in the front, which had become worn from the changing temperatures. Since we have purchased Veronica, we were able to take her out to various places locally, but unfortunately there are no shows. So we are hoping to be able to bring Veronica to the next live Legends meeting so that you can meet her in person. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Mike, welcome to Legends of the Autobahn 2020, brought to you virtually in light of the pandemic. Today I'll be reviewing my own car, which is a 2012 BMW E92 M3, ordered in individual fire orange, picked up Euro delivery in Munich. I'm the original owner of the car and have enjoyed all the about 25,000 miles I've put on the car. This car sits on Vogelin lowering springs, drops the car about 30 millimeters, and those springs are dampened by Bilstein Sport Yellow shocks. Sits on HRE RC100 forged wheels wrapped in Michelin Cup 2 rubber. We've got a timeless interior with speed cloth manual seats, 6-speed manual transmission, and a clean dash without any navigation. Under the hood, we've got a 4-liter V8, naturally aspirated with individual throttle bodies, breathing a little easier, courtesy of the carbon intake from Eventuri.
Hello everyone. I'd like to give you a brief virtual tour of my two 1972 3.0 CS coupes. Both examples of these iconic models have been displayed during Monterey Car Week at Legends of the Autobahn. Both are California cars. The Verona Red Coupe was restored in 1989 and has not missed a Monterey Car Week since then. The 3.5-liter engine was installed 12 years ago, along with a 5-speed transmission and a limited slip differential. The leather upholstery was replaced and the interior wood trim refinished during its restoration in 1989. The Chamonix White example was acquired in 2014. The previous owner replaced the original engine with a 3.5-liter fuel-injected version. It retains its original automatic transmission. During its recent facelift, it was fitted with new leather upholstery and the interior wood was also refinished. It's always a sensory treat to drive these coupes and look forward to attend next year's Legends of the Autobahn.
This is a 1983 Alpina B9 3.5. It's the number 9th B9 3.5 built, so it's one of the earliest ones around. It was delivered new to Japan, 1983. We imported it from Japan a little over a year ago. Took it to Monterey, had it on display at Legends of the Autobahn, and then brought it back and did a bunch of restoration work to it. And we're planning on taking it to Monterey again this year, but didn't happen. So here you are, virtually. It's a great car, very fun to drive, very fast. As you can see, it's in great condition. All original Alpina. Early stripes on the exterior. As well as the early velour stripe fabric on the interior. The seats are made by ASS with the high bolsters. There's the dash plaque showing number 9. Uncracked dash, original steering wheel, and everything else.
Hello, my name is Brian Aftanis. The car I want to show you is my 1987 BMW 325i convertible. I've owned it for 20 odd years or so. Bought it in 1997. So I'll flip the camera around here and I'll kind of give you a tour of the car. The car comes from just a different era, you know. It's all analog, and it's got a rev limiter, and it's got cruise control and a few features like that, but none of the real computerized stuff yet. It's pretty easy to work on. I do most of the work myself on it, and it's just in super good shape. So really love this car. Lots of memories with the kids. My wife and I went out to South Carolina with the BMW Car Club Oktoberfest last year, and had a very good time there. But I drove the car out myself on back roads the whole way from here in California, and then my wife flew out, and then we toured the South, got out to Savannah, Georgia is the farthest southeast we got, and we drove it all the way back, 6,800 miles, and not a problem at all with the car. What's special about my car is that it's just in really good shape, and E30 aficionados will notice things like I don't have any cracks on the dash. You know, big thing on an E30. It's really hard to replace that darn dash. I just love this thing. It's a beautiful car, and I doubt I'll ever get rid of it. I really don't want to.
This is my dad's 1973 3.0 CS. He was a member of the BMW Club for over 40 years. We drive this car in his memory. This car was his favorite thing in the world.
My husband's pride and joy. We are thrilled to be a part of this virtual Legends of the Autobahn. We went for many years, and it's just a shame that it's not happening this year, but we're there anyways. Thank you.
Okay, this is a 1970 BMW 2002 pickup truck. In the 80s, there's a company in Maryland who wanted to build these things and sell them commercially. This was their prototype.
built it out of 1970, 2002, a Volkswagen pickup truck and a Toyota pickup truck, Toyota mini truck. The Volkswagen pickup truck donated the cab. The Toyota mini truck donated the bed and the tailgate latches, and the rest of it is all BMW 2002. So we bought it in late 90s from a house painting contractor who's using it for his house painting truck, and then we restored it and now use it for our classic BMW parts and restoration business as our shop truck.
Hello, my name is Jennifer Gregory, and this is my mom's 1995 BMW 318i Classic named Esmeralda. She's been in the family for about 12 years now, and we love her, and I'm going to hopefully be the next owner of Esmeralda. And so this is the whole view of her. She's a restoration in progress. She was sold brand new in Texas, and then she was sold in California, and then in California she was sold at an auction, and then my mom bought her or bought her from the dealership that had bought her. And so we've been through kind of a lot together. So yeah, this is a wonderful car, manual transmission, and a lot of fun to ride in.
Hi everybody, I'm Pat O'Neill, and I'm the event master for Audi's portion of Legends of the Autobahn. And we've been doing it here for a great many years. But I want to welcome everyone to this great virtual event where we get to see many nice German cars.
Good afternoon, this is Larry Whitney with the Golden Gate chapter of the Audi Club of North America, and I'm presenting my 2015 Audi S6 with Sepang blue, a black leather interior, black aluminum and wood panels on the inside dash, and a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 and a 7-speed DSG transmission. The car came to me brand new in July of 2014. Now has over 123,000 miles on the car, and it's been fun trying to keep it in good shape. And here's a little extra details. We put on some extra paint on the car when it was new, and have an extra set of tires and wheels just for the track. And we're welcoming today the opportunity to have this virtual Legends of the Autobahn, and thanking the Petersen Museum, Michelin, and the BMW Club for organizing it. Thank you very much.
1967 NSU Prinz 1000 TT. And a bigger engine than 1 liter, 1.1 liter engine from the NSU Type 1. Cooling air comes in here from the side. Driven by a fan at crankshaft speeds. Cooling air from the hot side to the cool side of the engine. excellent design. Heat exchanger, exhaust manifold, period correct, A-bar 4-pipe muffler. Recaro seats, a nice upgrade from standard. Very large practical trunk. NSU TT.
This is Rich Stomp coming to you from Naples, Florida. And this is the Audi R8 V10 2012 model. This car is done in a glacier white metallic paint that was a special order from the Audi exclusive shop. It is believed to be the only glacier white metallic R8 from this model year. This car also features carbon ceramic brakes and the ever popular 6-speed manual transmission. This R8 is a 9,500 mile car and of course has the 5.2 liter 525 horsepower V10, and the car is in immaculate condition and is a blast to drive.
Hi everybody, this is my Audi TT ALMS edition. And this is one of 1,000 cars that they built in celebration of Audi winning Le Mans and the ALMS race series in the U.S. This car has a 1.8 liter turbo, 225 horsepower. It has a 30 valve motor. The interior is quite striking in this car. I'll open up the door here, but it has a very red interior, and like I said, it's quite striking, very comfortable, lots of fun to drive. It has these little seats in the back that really aren't really good for anyone, I'm afraid. One of the things about this car is that it really started as actually a show car. It was designed by Jay Mays and Freeman Thomas in the Audi Design Studio in California. It was a show car in the 1995 Frankfurt show, and then later it went into production in 1998, and the first ones were here in 1999. So anyway, fun car. Thanks. This is my Audi TT RS. It's a 2013. It has 360 horsepower and 378 foot-pounds of torque. The car will go 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, and top speed is 174 miles per hour. This is a car that I take on the track quite a lot. So I've made modifications to the brakes, and I put Stroth 4-point seat belts in it, as you can see here. But the interior is pretty much the same as other TTs except for the steering wheel and then the RS embossed seats. TT RSs have the distinctive rear spoiler that sticks up like this, where the other TTs have a disappearing one. So we've got, I'll show you the motor here, and this is the motor here. It's, like I said, 360 horsepower, 5-cylinder turbo.
Presented here for Virtual Legends of the Autobahn is an Autobahn Legend, a 1971 Mercedes-Benz W109 300 SEL 6.3. Built from 1968 to 1972, this is one of about 6,500 manufactured. You'll notice that this example is not exactly Concours quality and needs a lot of cosmetic work, but it's a survivor and was saved from being sold as a parts car or scrapped. After sitting unused for over 15 years in a garage and against all the advice from multiple mechanics, my son and I decided to save it and make it a project car with a big challenge of getting it back on the road. 8 months and a lot of work later, the engine now starts and we can drive it, but on a limited basis since it still needs some fine-tuning. Our goal has always been to drive it to Monterey for Legends of the Autobahn in 2021, which we still hope to do. So if you see a Tunis Beige 6.3 there next year, stop by and let us know you saw our video on Virtual Legends of the Autobahn. Thanks for watching our video.
This is my 1984 Mercedes 300 TD with 627,000 miles on the original engine. The fourth owner. Let's check on the inside. $627,000 miles and counting.
This is Rich Stomp coming to you from Naples, Florida. I've been a Mercedes-Benz Club member since 1989, and today's car is the 2018 AMG GTR. This car is done in Green Hill Magno paint and also features the optional carbon ceramic brakes. This car is the 577 horsepower twin turbo V8. This particular car is about a 2,600 mile car. And for those that have driven this thing, you know what a blast they are to drive.
This is our 2007 E63 wagon. Mercedes brought 153 of the real E63 wagons into the US from 2007 to 2009. It's one of the 67 that were brought in 07 with the new 6.2 liter 507 horsepower engine. It has 70,000 miles on it and lives a real pampered life in Northern California. In 2017, it was actually on the lawn at the Legends of the Autobahn before all this craziness started. These wagons are cars that, if you're in the know, then you really know. Hope everybody stays safe out there.
This is Old Man Brown, 1969, 280 SE coupe. Tobacco brown with a cognac interior. 103,000 miles.
This is a 1965 Mercedes-Benz 190 DC, a preservation class vehicle. It's not a common type preservation vehicle in that it was not a barn find and it was not somebody's pride and joy hidden away for 5 decades in a bag of inert gas. This car has been in continuous use for 55 years in one family. My father purchased this car in November of 1965 when I was a sophomore in high school. He got a really good deal on it because it had been an executive car. It was used by the management of the newly formed enterprise Mercedes-Benz of North America. Subsequently, we found out that this car had been driven by Rudolf Uhlenhaut. At the time, Rudolf Uhlenhaut was the director of passenger car development for Mercedes-Benz. But previously, he had been the leader of the unbeatable Silver Arrow racing team that Mercedes operated and ran during the 1950s. This car features 4-speed manual transmission on the column. It has front disc brakes and independent rear suspension by swing axles. The engine is a 2-liter overhead camshaft diesel compression ignition. This is no trailer queen, but it has won People's Choice Awards at Mercedes Club events on numerous occasions. It was featured on the cover of the Star magazine once, and was on the Mercedes stand at the New York International Auto Show in 2009, when the MB USA president introduced a new generation of diesel vehicles for the US market. I drove this car to my high school graduation and will drive it to my 70th birthday party in a couple of weeks. It is the subject of a special provision in my will. Isn't that the essence of preservation class?